Ain't it funny how they think they can stop me? Try to be me, but I'm so sorry you not me. They tell me they like it when I get cocky. You cannot stop me.
You are now tuned in to the Dads Who Live podcast. You have your host, Tyler Gaeta. I'm rolling solo today on this episode. Start with the housekeeping, man. So we do this shit for free, guys. Please give us a like, share, 5-star review. I'm gonna follow real as fuck on this one. Pay the fee. We don't charge any monetary money. There's no subscription. I don't run ads. All that we ask is that you tell a friend, they tell a friend, they tell a friend. That's how we grow this thing organically. So if you got any value out of this at all, that's all we're trying to do is add value. Please share the show. You can share it on IG. You can share it on Facebook. Tell a friend, they tell a friend, and then we spread this thing organically. We have thousands of fucking downloads on this show, right? Thousands of downloads. And I'm not seeing that being shared that many times or growing as fast as it should with thousands of downloads. So I'm doing my part. I'm here every week trying to give you guys as much value as I can. I need you guys to do your part. Share the fucking show. If you didn't like it, don't share it. If you liked it, share it. That's all I ask. We are on, let me see. We have apparel, hats, tanks, hoodies, all kinds of badass shit. That's on www.dadswiftapparel.com. We are on IG as Dad Swift Apparel, Facebook as Dad Swift Apparel, and then we also have a Facebook group called Dads Who Lift Official, 55,000 like-minded dads trying to be the best selves and stay fit at the same time. If you're interested in that, please check that group out. Again, it's called Dads Who Lift Official. Man, I got a lot of fucking mixed bag shit that's on my heart today that I want to talk about, so I'm just going to dive into it. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call this one yet, not sure how long it's going to be. But I'm just going to get into it. We'll see where this rolls. And I'm sure it'll all correlate and roll together, you know. There's just a lot of shit going on right now. So to start with our Dads Who Lift official group, this group has grown exponentially. Like, this group only started in 2019 and we're up to 55,000 dudes, which is fucking awesome. But it's been very hard to keep the group on the right direction and growth minded. So I just implemented, man, I've been talking about doing this for so long, but I'm a busy fucking man. I have multiple companies. I'm a full-time father. I'm starting a lot of new business ventures right now, even as we speak. And so it's been hard for me to, I guess, rein in this group and guide this group as much as I really would like to. And honestly, with that, I've fallen short. So I just finally implemented the steps that I've been talking about doing for weeks, which is to clean the group up and get some moderators in this group. So I would rather have a group of 5,000 fucking dedicated followers than 55,000 dudes, you know, posting pictures of monkeys jerking off or their wife's asses every day, you know. I have faith in this group. I've seen this group from the beginning. I know this group can grow into I know there's a way to continue to grow this group and have it be this big and continue to even grow bigger, but prosper. Like, the whole point of this group, when me and Joel Staley started this group was for dads to become better fathers, right? And just become better men all the way around. You're a better dad. You're a better man. You're fitter. You're healthier. You're happier. You're making more money. Anything to do with growth, motivation, fatherhood, parenting, or if you just need some fucking help, man, like, hey, I'm going through this, I need help with this, can you guys help me? That's what this fucking group's all about. Like, that's why I'm here doing this shit, right? And through time, through this group growing as fast as it has, it's just got onto other shit where people are posting things that are not in line with those themes or those areas that we want to focus on in that group. So I've got some moderators in the group now. I'm going to continue to get more moderators going in the group. And for the people in the group that are listening to this podcast, man, keep it in those parameters. We're a growth-minded group. We just want to become better. Listen, I like staring at wife's asses just as much as the next guy, right? But there's a time and a place for everything, and this group is not that place. I love talking about politics. I've got great, really fucking strong political views, right? Sometimes I even talk about them on this podcast, right? But I don't fucking go in the group and talk about them because that's not the point of the group, right? There's a time and place. And I believe in fucking free speech. I'm 100% free speech. I'll sit there and have a conversation and disagree with you, and talk about both of our sides about shit and try to come to terms. That's how it should be. But again, this is not the place for a group, right? There's places to do that shit. There's places not to do that shit. You don't do that shit in work. I don't do that shit in my growth minded group, because this group is just to help people, right? And the problem is, like, man, the way I see life is almost everything is okay in moderation. But the problem is when you have that many people, 55,000 guys, if you allow it at all, there's no fucking moderation, because you got 55,000 dudes moderating it. So when you look at that feed, if you allow, hey, just do wife's asses but in moderation, or do politics but in moderation, there's no fucking moderation. That's all you see. So the only way to cut it down and to keep it 100% prosperous and growth minded is to just cut it out completely. So that's what we're doing moving forward. I guarantee you everybody that listens to this podcast, the thousands of downloads we have every week, is fucking in line with that. Because if you're listening to this podcast, you're a growth-minded fucking individual. If you're one of these dudes in the group posting monkeys jerking off, you're probably not listening to my fucking podcast anyways, right? So I don't really give a fuck. They can just get the fuck out. So I invite them to get the fuck out. But that's where we're going. That's one of the things that's been on my heart, man, because I'm here to help people. I want to add value to people. The whole purpose of life is to grow and help people. And I don't feel like this group is in a place to where it's helping as many people as it can be or should be. And I want to help as many people as I possibly can. So we're going to get that shit back on track. So that's on my heart. I want to start with that. The next thing I want to go into, guys, man, I've been out a lot, and I've been traveling a lot. So I've been growing my Airbnbs. Oh, I did want to get into that. So I made a post, if you guys follow me on social media, but I had an episode, months ago, probably 7 or 8 months ago now, where I talked about going all in on myself and about buying this Airbnb and how things were going to be tight and things were not going to be comfortable, right? But I wanted to grow. And I said, all right, guys, I'm taking the leap. I'm doing that. I'm putting the $30,000 down right now. I'm betting on myself. I'm going to buy this Airbnb, right? And I even said on the episode, like, we'll see what happens. We'll see if I win or if I lose. I closed on that motherfucker a few weeks ago, so I won. And moral of the story there is, like, any time that I believed in myself, I've come out on top. And I know it sounds so cliche, the whole, like, if you believe it, you'll have it. If you don't, you won't. But it's 100% true in life. So the only thing that was ever limited me is me. The only thing that will ever limit you is you as an adult, right? Because anything that I see as a possibility for me, it might not happen overnight. Actually, it never happens overnight, and it takes fucking hard work. But anything that I ever see as a possibility for me, once I can see it as a possibility and I get it in my head that I'm going to do it and I go all in on it, it fucking becomes a reality, right? And there might be obstacles along the way. There might be right turns. There might be left turns. There might be pivots, right? It might not end out exactly where I wanted it to be. But through those obstacles and through those pivots, I grow, and I finally get to that fucking place of either I won where I wanted to be, or I'm in an even better place than where I wanted to be, right? And so I closed on that Okoboji condo. Not only did I close on it, I fucking built it out, got it nice as fuck, got it renting right away, and that motherfucker's booked the next 2 months solid already, right? And not only that, now that I know that I am a limitless motherfucker and a limitless individual, which this is what I coach in my coaching group, now I've already got another one lined up to close in July, right? I talked again on this podcast about trying to get one in Wyoming, and that was going to be my stepping stone to get to Colorado, which is my end goal. And I finally just said, fuck it, dude, I don't even need a stepping stone, right? I'm just going to go right to Colorado. So I did. And I'm making that happen too. And I've already got the funds lined up and things set up, which again wasn't hard, wasn't easy, but it's going to happen. It's going to close, right? And so this is like, these are things, this is proof right here that when you truly believe that there is a fucking way, and when you believe that you can have it, then you will find the way. Like I'm just speaking to you from fucking experience. I've created more wealth. You know, I've been trying to get $10 million in extra investments for the past few years that I've been trying to get set up, right? And I've been denied on these $10 million in extra investments, right? I finally got these investments set up this last week too, right? Finally got them approved and got them set up. So the wildest part is like, I am stretched thinner this year, and I am more uncomfortable this year than I've ever been in 13 years in business. Okay. But I've also accrued or created, however you want to say it, more wealth this year than I ever have in 13 years of business. And that's what happens when you go all in on you and you believe in yourself. You got to take that fucking leap, dude. I said it in a podcast a while back, and actually that shit went viral on our TikTok, that clip. It's got like 200 some thousand, maybe even more views. But I get coached by fucking Andy Vercella. I get coached by Ed Millett. I get coached by Sean Whalen. I get coached by these fucking multi, hundreds of millions of dollars millionaires and billionaires, right? And they all told me when all this shit started happening with COVID, right? When all this shit started happening 2 years ago, they said, listen, everybody's going to pull back right now. Pedal to the fucking floor. This is where millionaires are made. This is where you acquire your wealth. This is where you make your money. You got to fucking go in and you got to fucking go hard right now because this is the time. When things are good for everybody, right? So when things are good, you're competing, your competition is good too. So you're right up there with them. You don't have an advantage. When things are good, they're good for everybody, right? So that means if shit's good for your business, it's also good for your competitor, right? You have no advantage. But when shit is bad for everybody and your competitor is pumping the brakes, maybe they're cutting back on their ad spend, or they're cutting back on they're cutting wages, they're cutting employees, they're not taking on as much work, whatever it may be, and you fucking push, they're pumping the brakes and you fucking push the goddamn gas pedal, you are able to create a gap in between them. You are able to surpass 90% of the majority, 90% of your competition, 90% of the economy. Because everybody else is fucking slowing down. You have the competitive advantage because you're fucking going hard. Is this risky? Fuck yeah, it's risky. It's a risk. But if you're able to take that risk, that's when you'll surpass everybody. That's when you can succeed. That's when you're going to create all the fucking wealth. Ed Millett straight told me, when this shit happened, when he said, now's the time to fucking go hard. Now's the time to not pump the brakes, but push the fucking pedal. Now's the time to go hard and go in on every single thing that you can. He told me, I've created most of my wealth in down economies. Not up economies, not high economies, not when shit's good, but when shit is bad, that's when I go hard. That's when I push the gas pedal. I pass everybody, and that's when I create all my wealth. So I listened to him, man. I listened to him 2 years ago when all this shit happened. I actually shot a fucking podcast on it. We have clips on the goddamn all over about it already. But I don't just fucking talk the talk, dude. I walk the walk. So I took my own fucking advice, and that's what I've been doing. And I've accrued more wealth this year than I've had in my entire life. And I'm uncomfortable as fuck. But I know that what I'm doing is going to benefit me not only today, but 10 years from now and down the road, right? So definitely wanted to get into that. So so where I was going with this is like, that was a really good tangent to get off on, but I've been traveling a lot because I've been traveling to these Airbnbs. I've been setting up these Airbnbs. I now have Airbnbs in multiple states. So we've kind of just been popping around in between work and keeping all my other companies going and getting all this new shit set up, which takes a lot of fucking work, takes a lot of capital, a lot of money, a lot of cash flow. So it's very uncomfortable, but I've been going around a lot. And so I've been to areas where, and it's summertime, right? So it's hot. So, and I have a 11-year-old son, and I'm not going to just work. I have a good balance there, even though I include him on my work and in my work. But we've been to a lot of pool areas, right? And we've been to a lot of areas that are very populated. A lot of, say, like tourist attractions, or like, you know, my Okoboji condo has a huge like indoor-outdoor pool, or you're on the lake on the boat or shit like that. We went to Worlds of Fun, which is a big outdoor water park, one weekend. I've just been around a lot. And I see myself, dude, I stay pretty fucking consistent with my diet. I stay pretty fucking consistent in the gym. I work out every fucking day. I eat clean, I'd say 90% of my life, right? And I'm still not where I want to be, right? So I look at myself and I compare myself to bodybuilders that are on a fucking stage, sitting at 3 to 4% body fat, right? So I look at myself and I'm like, it's okay, but like you're still a fat fuck, right? In my own head, right? But I know that, hey, I'm doing these things. I have this structure. I'm creating this structure that leads to success. Like I'm doing these things every day that lead to success. The wildest thing to me, man, is like I will get out. So to me, I'm like in my own head, right? Everything's about perspective. In my own head, I'm body wise, maybe I'm in like the 50% caliber of men. I'm just like, okay, I'm strong, I'm big, but I'm like average, right? And maybe a little bit above average because I'm pretty fucking strong, pretty fucking big, right? Just being honest. But I get out to these areas where all these populated areas and these fucking pools and all this shit, and 90% of everybody there is fucking morbidly overweight, like fucking obese. I'm not talking like 20 pounds or 30 pounds or whatever. I'm talking like 100 pounds, 200 pounds. Like people are fucking way, way, way out of shape. And I'm not trying to sit here and fat shame, right? If that's how you want to live your life and that's what you want for you, cool, do it. I don't care. But if you're here and you want to win, I'm just telling you, man, that ain't the shit, right? And so like I go to all these areas and I'm like, dude, I'm the fittest fucking one, if not maybe the second fittest one out of hundreds of people at these places. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I guess I'm doing better than I thought, But that's not what this is about. What this is about, and I remember last weekend we were up at my condo in Okoboji because we went up there because it's booked the next 2 months. So it was the last weekend to use it, and I had to finish up some things to get ready to Airbnb it. And I'm sitting there in this big-ass pool, and we had some family come down, and I'm looking at all these fucking dudes, right? And it's not just the dudes that are overweight. The women are overweight too. But I'm looking at all these fucking dudes, right? And we're supposed to be the strong, masculine men running our families, running our communities, running our fucking country, Like, I truly believe in, you can take all your woke-ass new shit away from me because I truly believe in men are put here from God to lead. I don't care. I'm old school. I'm old-fashioned. I believe that I am the fucking leader of my family. I am the leader of my life. I'm the creator of my life. I lead my family. And I lead whatever the fuck I want in my life, right? So I lead my son. I provide for my son. I lead my wife. I provide for my wife. That's my job. I lead my family. I provide for my family, right? I'm the fucking man. That's how God intended it. That's what I'm here to do, right? And I just remember thinking this weekend, seeing all these dudes in this fucking pool. And I'm like, dude, you guys are all some weak ass fucking men. Like, y'all are just some weak-ass fucking men. And it's true, dude. And I truly believe that that's a major reason to why we are in this position that we are in this world and why things are so fucked up in this world and the economy is so fucked up and just everything. Like, the whole perspective and even what's acceptable in the world today that was not acceptable in the world 10, 20 years ago is because we are weak-ass leaders as men right now. Like, we are weak fucking leaders as men. People need to stop being fucking pussies. Men, stop being fucking pussies and stand up for what you fucking believe in. There's so much shit going on in the world right now. I try to stay out of politics as much as I can, especially on this podcast. But there's so much fucking shit going on in the world right now that is not right. But you don't say a fucking word about it. You just look the other fucking way. That's some weak ass shit. That's some weak ass shit. And that's why it continues to happen. And I'll tell you, man, again, I'm not trying to sit here and fat shame. If that's how you want your life to be, cool. But what I'm going to tell you is I can take a look at somebody and just by their appearance and the way that this is not judging, dude, it's fact. The way that they take care of their body, I can tell you if you're a successful individual. I can tell you if you have a manageable life. Because if you can't manage your fucking body, how the fuck are you going to manage your house? How are you going to manage your career? How are you going to manage your children? If you can't even manage yourself. Like, this is your fucking temple, dude. You get one fucking body here. That's it. the times that I've been the most on par in my life, the times that I have been the most successful in my life, the times that I've accrued the most wealth in my life, the times that I've been the best fucking father that I've ever been in my life, the times that I've just been firing on all fucking cylinders every fucking day are the times that I've been most physically fit, are the times that I've been taking care of myself mentally and physically. Staying physically fit requires structure. It requires good habits. It requires discipline. It requires consistency, right? You have to have consistency. You have to have discipline. You have to have structure. You have to have good habits, right? In order to stay physically fit. Guess what? You have to have those same motherfucking things in order to be successful, in order to be a good father, in order to be a good mother. It takes the exact same things. So if you can master this in one area of your life, it's going to continue on to more areas of your life. And if you're losing this in one area of your life, that's going to bleed over to the other areas of your life too. Like I've said it before, where it's the way I see it, dude. Every part of my life, right? There's my fitness, there's my health, there's my mental health, which is a big thing. There's my parenting, there's my success, there's my money, there's my investments, right? There's my sex life. Like it all ties together in these areas of your life, right? The way I see it is you guys ever play with those cogs when you were kids? Like you put those cogs together and you turn one and they turn all the other ones, right? Dude, that's how I see this shit every part of my life. Your life is a cog, and all those cogs of different areas of your life all mesh together. And if one of those cogs, if all the, say you got 5 and they're all flowing freely, right? You can turn the one and the other ones spin. They just move easily, right? It's productive. It's successful. It's good, right? And then you get one of those wheels, right? Maybe that's your fitness or your health or your mindset or whatever it may be. And that motherfucker's rusted shut, right? You try to turn that one now, that shit don't turn. None of them turn. Or that one's really hard to turn, then the rest of them are really fucking hard to turn. Like they bleed over into other areas of our lives, right? So I'm just trying to say to people, everything matters. It's all interconnected. It's all tied together. All the areas of your life, right? You cannot be like 600 fucking pounds, but then the best parent in the world. Like they just don't correlate, right? You cannot be the best businessman, but then fucking broke. They don't correlate. Like you can't be the best businessman, but then bad with money, right? They don't correlate, right? If you're 600 pounds, you're not the best dad in the world because you can't go out there and play with your kid. You can't keep up with them. You can't even tie your own fucking shoes, right? You can be the best businessman in the world, but if you're not good with money, you don't have money, which means you're not a good businessman, right? Like all this shit ties together. So yeah, man, I just wanted to get on and talk about this shit because it's been on my heart. It's been burning in me that I just want to get this shit out because I truly feel like if men can pull shit together and be strong leaders and be men and take care of themselves and lead themselves, and through leading themselves and take care of themselves, they're going to lead their fucking families as well, right? That's going to change the world. That will change the world. The other thing that I wanted to bring up and talk about, again, I told you guys this one's going to be like a mixed bag, but I feel like it's been pretty fire so far. Hopefully you guys get some good shit out of this. Right now in this economy, I talk to a lot of people. I coach people. I talk to a lot of people, a lot of business people, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of regular people. I know that things are tough in this economy. Interest rates are going up. Food costs are going up. Inflation's going up. Pay's not really going up. Fuel's fucking $6 to $10 a gallon depending on where you live. Like, I understand shit's getting hard. What I want to say to you is it's okay to fucking pivot. It's okay to restructure. It's okay to make changes. It's okay to make moves, right? If you have something that's always been working, but now that you're in this place where the economy is taking a little bit of a hit, and these things don't work anymore, but you're so scared to abandon it because that's all you know, that's just going to lead you down the road of failure. It's okay to say, okay, this isn't working anymore. I'm going to move over here and try this, right? And then I'm going to move over here and try this. I'm going to move over here and try this. I'm going to move over here and try this. And once I find something that works, then I'm going to stick with that and take that avenue down, right? It's okay. Things change. Times change. People have to change to adapt, right? I get it. So I just wanted to say that. But I think what I'll leave with, man, is that life is truly 100% what you make it. And you are the creator of your own reality, right? I talked about a lot of different facets to life and success today, and things that can make you and keep you successful. But it all starts with you in your own mind. You have to be able to see these things as a reality before they will become a reality. And then once you can see them as a reality, then it's time to put in that work and work towards them. But I truly, truly, truly believe, and I believe this like I believe in gravity, that whatever you see for your life will come. The universe will put opportunities into your life that align with the vibration that you're on, with the path that you're on in your life, right? I guess that's an easier way to understand it. But the path that you're on, the things that you see, I've talked about how thoughts control things. Like I've talked about all this shit before, right? But it's really, really, really fucking real to me today as I see myself continue to create my life, right? It fucking matters, guys. It matters. So take care of everything through and through. Your life's a cogwheel. Everything's interconnected. You have to have all areas of your life firing on all cylinders, right? I do offer coaching as well if you guys need some help with this stuff. I have a program, Alpha Limitless Lifestyle, that I've created that makes living this way easily. Like I have the blueprint. It's taken me 13 years to get here, and I've learned through trial and error, but I have the blueprint, and I will walk by your side, and you don't have to go through the same hardships and errors that I did, because I've learned from, and I can show you the way to get there faster. If I knew the shit that I knew today, dude, it wouldn't have taken me 13 years to get here. I would have been here in like maybe 3 or 4. You know, it's just true. And I've actually had some guys reach out to me this past week about coaching, just out of the blue, DM guys that are in the group or guys that listen to the podcast. And I'm here to help. Even if you don't hire me, man, I'm here to help. Reach out. Love to talk to you guys. All I want to do is add value and help people. So with that, I think we'll call it a show, man. I still don't know what I'm going to call this motherfucker. We'll have to figure it out, because that was a lot of different facets. But hopefully you guys got something valuable out of this. That's all we want. Please give us a like, share, 5-star review if you did. You tell a friend, pay the fee, they'll tell a friend. That's how we grow this thing organically. If you got any value out of it at all, please share the show. We're on IG as Dads Who Lift Apparel. We're on Facebook as Dads Who Lift Apparel. We have Badass Apparel on www.dadswholiftapparel.com. And we also have a Facebook group. 55,000, might be kicking a few thousand out here as we go. But like-minded dads trying to be the best selves and stay fit. If that's something that interests you, check that group out. Again, that's a Facebook group called Dads Who Lift Official. Make it a good day, guys.
They told me they like when I get cocky. Ain't it funny how they think they can stop me? Try to be me, but I'm so sorry you not.